goal today is to figure out exponential regression using your calculator. What exponential regression is it takes a list of data, x's and y's, and it creates a function y equals a times b to the x for whatever data you have. So here's an example. I'll give you a minute to read it. Press pause if you need to. What we want to do is we want to take t, the years after the account was open, and that's going to be what we use as the x value of our function, and then a, the amount in the savings account, will be the y. So pull out that calculator, fire it up, and we want to enter these data into lists. So what you need to do is go to this button called Stat. If you click on Stat, the next thing it says Edit. Well, we want to edit some lists. When you press Enter, you can see there's L1, L2, L3, L4. There are a lot of lists. We want L1 and L2. L1 will be all the data values of t, and L2 will be all the data values of a. So let's start typing them in. 0, 0, 1. And then after you get all the t values in, you want to start typing in the values of a. 210, 255. So once you have those data entered to your calculator, let me just scoot this over so you can see the full screen. We want to find the exponential regression function. In other words, we want a y equals a times b to the x. We want the numbers a and b. And your calculator will give them to you. So the next thing I'd like you to do, tap the button called Stat. We're going to scroll over to the tab called Calc. Calc stands for Calculate. And we want choice number 0, which is right after choice 9. It's called expreg for exponential regression. Now the calculator syntax on this, exponential regression asks for an x value and it asks for a y value. Remember, all of the x values are stored in list 1. So we want to tap L1. L1 is in blue, it's right above the number 1, so we can do second 1. Next you need a comma. The comma is right above the button 7. And then L2 are where all of our y values are stored. And that's all you need to know. Type enter and your calculator gives you a and b in the function. So it might be a good idea to write those numbers down, 209.955, let's say, to the nearest thousandth, and b is 1.215. So our function, right, the original model is now, well, it says y, but we would actually say a is equal to 209.955 times 1.215, all raised to the t power, for t is years. And next we want to predict the amount in the account after 9 years. In other words, that 9 we want to plug into the value of x and see what we get for a y. Again, let's pull out the calc and we want to type in 209.955. Oh geez. Well, if you didn't write it down, don't worry, because your calculator stores the numbers a and b for you. There's this button right next to the clear button called vars. Vars stands for variables. When you ran exponential regression, your calculator stored the variables for you. So click on the button, and we want choice number 5 says statistics variables. The third tab from the left says EQ. It stands for equations. In choice number 2 says A. To tap choice 2 and take a look at A, your calculator has stored the value for you. It's done the same thing with B. There's A and B. And so like I said, we want to find A times B to the 9th power, right? 209.955 times 1.215 to the 9th. So you can either do 209.955 times 1.215, raise it to the 9th power. Or if you'd rather use the variables, the numbers themselves, you can click on vars to statistics vars. There's A times B to the 9th power. And you can see we get pretty darn close to each other. There's some rounding error, but either one of those would be acceptable on a test or on a quiz or in your homework. So what that means is after 9 years, the account has $1,215.47 in it. Thanks for watching.